Hey guys, I'm going to take you for a little tour of our shop here. Our shop was actually built less than a year ago. It was built in 2019, and we've had to insulate drywall and all that other good stuff. We've got some finished work. It's heated, air conditioned. I believe the size is 28 by 32. And again, this was all built from scratch. So figured I'd take you for a tour and show you around what we got, what we do, what we use and what we don't use. So stay tuned. All right, so this is our 28 by 32 shop is what we call it. And just go take you around how we've got everything kind of set up, what everything is and why it's there. So majority of all this vinyl here, this is this is just extra stuff. This is all my cast. This is generally my 951, 751 15-inch rolls. Up here I've got my cast, my 951, and then some extra, I think 651 in here, and some engine turn specialty vinyl. Up top, my 24-inch rolls of Orcal 751. I use a lot of it, and there are some Avery in there. Regular black and white. I will use some of their stuff. I don't care for it, but in a pinch, I'll go ahead and I'll use it. This is a vinyl stand. I'm sure most people have seen this. I don't know how many rolls that it'll hold, but it's actually quite a few. So it'll hold majority of our calendar at our 651s down to about right in there. And then the rest of it is cast specialty vinyl that doesn't have boxes. Over here is our little ship station. All of our boxes, we keep all of our stuff stored down in there. Little table. We basically, when we ship our decals, we use this 4-inch vinyl tubing. It splits. It's kind of a pain to split, but anyways, split it, roll everything up, put it in there, put it in the coordinating box, and then get labels and ship them. Another little, some shelves and whatnot, and a lot of this vinyl up here, this is all cast, so these would be metallics, just specialty colors that I don't have boxes for anymore. And same with these are all cast vinyls that I don't have boxes for anymore. Specialty colors, I've got, we got some fluorescent up this side. I've got some, I think it's hammered leaf, and I've got some chromes and purples and whatnot. And majority of this stuff up through here, that's all reflective except for chrome, which a lot of people love. And then these two are intermediate vinyls, 651s in Avery A6 series, multiple colors. Again, we don't use them that much. Going back around here, these are all 631 colors for when we did the wall lettering. We used to stock every color in 24 and 15-inch sizes. Again, we don't use much of it anymore, but just wanted to kind of show off the racks. Those racks are actually awesome. You can fit 50-yard rolls of 24 and 15-inch rolls of vinyl on there. And they're much more sturdier, so you can see it's actually double barred, and they're actually bolted to the studs back behind the wall. Sorry about that. Where you can see is these vinyl racks. These are doubled as well, but this bar is actually a lot thinner, so it takes a lot more bracing, and you can see these clips actually put in there, and they actually have to go in the studs in order to hold all that vinyl up there. And I'm very reluctant to put 50-yard rolls on there. 10-yard rolls is kind of the norm for all that stuff. So that is the majority of the cut vinyl. Over here we have our light table that is not being used as a light table. It definitely comes in handy for layering decals. You can see the light came on there. I believe that's I don't think it's 30 by 48, and this is actually tempered glass. I picked this thing up in an estate sale for, I think, I don't know, 40 bucks, and it's great because you can see it's actually two pieces. You can actually separate this, but we use the bottom for storage if we need it. I try not to store anything, either trash it or if the pieces are big enough, we'll salvage some of the more expensive stuff. 54-inch laminator. This is the Enduralam from Sign Warehouse. Had it for about 3 years. It works great. We just don't use it. We don't utilize like a lot of the wraps and stuff like we used to. So it's actually currently up for sale, and we'll see if we can't get someone to kind of bite on that. And there's the back of it. You can kind of see that layout there. So I'm going to touch on the table. So my table is, what is it, 30, I don't know. Let me measure. Have a tape measure there. I am going to measure the height of my table. As my table shows, hard to see, 36.5 inches tall. It's a good working height for me. Basically, it's just made out of 2x4s on the bottom, 2x4 legs, and they're just bolted to a 2x4 frame. And underneath, you have cross bracing through there. I don't know if you can get all of that. And then on top of that, I have 1/2-inch MDF on top with my 3/16 white acrylic on top of that. And the white acrylic is actually double-sided taped to the MDF. It works really well, and I think I've had these. I've had this acrylic for gotta be, I don't know, 8 years now, 9 years, and I have yet to flip them. So, and the good thing about these is that they are reusable. Like I said, with the double-sided tape, you just take them, flip them over, and then you got brand new side. For what it is, I've never used a cutting mat. I don't know how well they work, but I really like the acrylic because it's nice and sturdy and flat. And when you start getting too many grooves in it, like I said, just take it and flip it. These are our tape holders, tape dispenser for the 24-inch, and then tape dispenser for the 14-inch application tape. Application tape that we use is the Bright Line series. It's from Grimco. I don't endorse them. I don't recommend you go run out and buy them, but in my opinion, this app tape is just as good as our tapes. They're premium. I can't remember the model of it, but this is great paper on a budget if you're looking for an alternative to our tapes series. And back through here, some of these tools. We've got the Big Blue. You see that? Big Blue from Image One Impact. I know you can get those just about anywhere. We've got 240s and we got 227s. I got a little 4-inch nooks and crannies, pens, extra knives, screwdrivers, tape, screwdriver, tape measure, tape gun, paper clips. You know, just your everyday stuff that kind of sits on the table that I use when I need to grab something pretty quick. Clipboard to keep track of all my signs, which they are actually sitting on top of the printer so I can get the files ready to go. Let's see here, plenty of storage underneath the table too. Like I said, I've got extra rolls and some extra wrap material. It works really good for storing that kind of stuff down in there, and that way it's out of the way and you don't have to worry about storing it anywhere else. And what else we got underneath there? Probably just a bunch of extra material and stuff since the move that has not yet found a home. And then we have all of our printed media over here on this wall. Majority of the stuff that we use is some peel and stick static cling. There's my house brand, my secret brand that I don't like telling people about, but since you guys are here, it's called substanceincorporated.com. It's a great intermediate calendared film, and they actually have air release with gloss and matte laminate. Check them out, look them up. Like I said, they're a great company. I'm not endorsed by them by any means, but it's a great material if you had a need to print. They come in, 30 and 54-inch lengths. It's free shipping, 2-day FedEx ground, and I guarantee you won't beat their price for anything else that Avery 3M or Orcal can offer you. Got my premium wrap cast, some more static cling, the window perf, some more of that good substance stuff, which is upside down. That's okay. Got to have banner material. What is that? Paper. Got more 15-ounce banner material, and then these are some of the other specialty products. A lot of these, I can't remember. I think this is 3651 with the substance label on it, but these are materials that we use for carpet graphics. Again, these are through Substance. The 444 LSE is a high tack with the flow on it. The flow is their air release. And then the 6100 over laminate, it's the 6 mil. It's textured, so it has the non-slip. So this is what we use for carpet graphics on bass boats or any other low energy source plastic type of stuff there. What else we got behind there? We got some more shipping boxes and more stuff down through here. Like I said, plenty of storage underneath this table, and this table is 4 feet wide, 13 feet long, and that's basically the only table that I work off of. And now move over to our Vinyl Express Q54 cutter, rebranded Graphtec FC 8600. It has the arms. These are super good cutters. I love it. Things are powerhouse. So this is the production station computer. This one does all the production work. So this one actually has the Flexi Pro that controls. It has the RIP software and some of the other programs that are needed in everyday production. Just running off a simple Dell computer. Still running Windows 7, and I refuse to update until I have to. I actually have both versions of Flexi on here. I have Flexi 12 and I think 10. 10 is originally what came with our Muto 1204, but now we have the 2013, I don't know, whatever model number that Muto is. Well, what is it? Oh, they call it a Prism Jet, but it's actually rebranded 1324X, I believe. So, but I got 2 versions of Flexi on there. Very minimal programs on this computer because all it does is it'll cut and it'll print. And that's all that it does. Down here with the Dell. So this is our backup. It's a Western Digital MyCloud. I can't remember how many gigabytes that it has, but it basically backs up everything from this computer and the design computer. Normal laser printer for printing out orders. We got our grommet press, our hole punch, and our 3/4 inch corner rounder down there. Keep them nice and neat and out of the way of everything. And our Muto 13, I can't remember the name of it. We're just going to call it the Value Jet. How about that? Because that's what they call it. I took the sticker off of it, but essentially it's a Muto printer, rebranded by Sign Warehouse. Great printer, 54 inches wide. I'm still running the 220 cartridges. And it does what we need it to do. Cleaning cartridges, cleaning solution, spare parts, flashlight, and all that other good stuff. So that being said, we'll walk over to the other side. And so over here, so you're not interested in the samples, that's our little heater. So that's the only thing that heats down here, and it generally keeps everything a nice 71 degrees. It's not 78 degrees, it's more like 50 degrees, but the sun shining on the little sending unit there makes things warmer than what they actually are. Got my sound system. You got to have tunes when you're working. Got this old Samsung Galaxy tablet that's hooked up to the internet that I can stream my music through, and actually comes right through on the stereo speakers, which is great. And this is just my design station. This is where I do majority of the work. This has Flexi Designer on it, and let me see what version that it is, because I honestly don't remember. So this is actually Flexi 10.5, fully registered. Like I said, we got 2 programs. It was one of those deals at Sign Warehouse when we bought the printer. And this one actually has my alien skin, my plugins for Flexi, and I'll go through that, how I did it and why I do it, and actually what it's used for. And just regular cheapy Canon inkjet printer for printing out proofs. You know, it's not, it doesn't have to be the greatest, and I actually use the aftermarket inks with it. I don't use the OEM inks just because they're expensive, and we go through so many. My air conditioner for the summertime when it gets toasty, it's obviously for good reason, it's still the beginning of February. Another little desk, spare computer, Windows 10, don't like it. And that's it's another spare computer for another project that we work on. Got some samples up here when customers come in. Got some old sponsorship stuff, and that's an old sign that I found. I found that sign at an estate sale from an old guy that used to hand letter stuff, and it's pretty neat. So anyways, this is the dirty side of the shop. So this was actually supposed to be a garage to house the boat, but of course I built within budget, and it won't fit everything in here that needs to be fit. So I just use it for production area, to cut signs, store my substrate, and I got everything in here from ACM, Coro, King Color Core, Comatex, 6mm ACM, some more Coroplast and acrylic and dye bond and MDO and all that other good stuff. That stuff generally gets cut on our little Shapeoko from Carbide 3D. This is the XXL version, and I use Carbide Motion to control it, but I have a Spire on my design computer that I generate all the G-code for. The Dust Deputy. Another computer drives this whole system. Wetback just to clean up the dust and debris and chips from the cutter. We've had this for, I don't know, probably 2.5, 3 years, and this is probably one of the better money makers, bang for buck. I think we had like $2,400 into it, and I know that I made my money back on that and then some. It's just so much easier and more precise when you're cutting shapes and signs, and through some of these other tutorials I'll go back through and show you guys what I'm talking about. There's my Sandblast cabinet for my sandblasted signs. Brand new, never used, with my 60-gallon air compressor for sandblasted signs that I never got going. I'm not really interested in doing it right now. That was before our big move, and they just kind of moved down there with us, and they just kind of sit in the corner. So I have my cart of One Shot and some other tools and whatnot back there. I said that's pretty much all that I use is One Shot. I think I got some more back here around that corner. Consumable stuff. These are foam brushes, and I still order from Harbor Sales. You see that? So right there, the Harbor Sales Company. They're actually up in Sautersville, Maryland. Great company to deal with, but unfortunately we have to have everything shipped to us, and they don't deliver to us anymore. Another little sign sitting there waiting to dry, and pegboard of all the junk that I don't need, but I like stuff organized. Another little shelf. You got a little chop saw. This little cabinet keeps everything kind of organized when I paint and I airbrush. A lot of my tools are sitting up in here, and of course you got toolboxes for just about anything you could think of. I've got a circular saw, heat gun, jigsaw, and I can't remember what's all through there. It's been a while since I really dug it out. So anyways, this space is about 14 by 26 deep, I believe, and it's big enough for what I'm doing. I don't need any more room for production-wise, for shop-wise, but anywho, that's a little tour of our shop, and hope you like it.